if I'm streaming.
Beep boop.
Beep, boop, beep. All right, we're apparently streaming. Let's see if I can hear myself talking. Hello, hello. No, wait, I got the volume down. Okay, say something, dummy. There we go. All right, yeah, we're good. So when
Say something,
last we
dummy.
left, well, our intrepid investigators, it was Sunday, May 13th, 1877. The plan was, after church on Sunday, they would load up on the Sea Ghost slash CSS Mississippi and head out. Does that sound like the plan?
Yeah,
Sounds like the plan.
All right. So y'all go to
I
church? Huh? Go ahead.
I probably will drop off a letter to be delivered. I know it doesn't go out on Sundays, but
Yeah, there's a post. There's the mailbox at the post office. You can drop it there,
yeah,
or at the general store.
he's
So
got to he's got to send a letter.
so you're gonna send a letter just before you leave, on the way to
Yep,
church or on the way out of church.
or after church. Either
Okay.
way, it doesn't matter.
Well, no, it does. Which one is it? Just decide.
Okay, it's after church.
Okay, yeah. So you have it in your pocket during church. It's a Methodist church, so um,
Crazy Methodist.
I know. I think your character's Catholic, isn't he?
Yeah,
Um, so Dempsey, does Dempsey go to church? Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
He's Catholic, but he'll go if it's
Okay.
the only church.
Yeah, it is the only church in town. You don't know of what other churches are at other towns, but it's still a ways away. Um, Hazard goes right.
Yeah.
Jim Bat is there. Uh,
Do we see the
Graves is
Pickers
there.
go?
No, no, no. They come at Christmas and Easter generally.
okay, they're seeing
Uh
E's.
huh. So, um, yeah. And does anybody have anything else besides that letter that they wanted to do before the between church and boarding the Sea Ghost?
Nope.
Yeah, no,
I
Alrighty.
believe so.
Cunningham is there when you get to the docks where the boats are. Um, he has a holstered pistol
I say
on his belt.
I guess I'm all loaded up.
Yeah, I'm assuming everybody's armed.
Yeah,
And he's got a duff. He's got like a suitcase, and he's carrying a Henry rifle, which y'all have seen him with before. And it's pretty easy. You can just row out to the ship. Everybody else is already on board. Um, you've already given word. There's already like smoke coming out of the stack as the ship's making steam. Um, and the oh, I didn't name him. I did not name the captain of this ship. I was going to do that this afternoon and I forgot.
Shackleford.
Yeah.
No, it's not
Captain
fucking
No Name.
Shackleford. No, pick a number between 1 and 10, somebody. Throw it out.
9.
7.
9. His name is Alva Joseph.
Interesting.
Alvah. Joseph. Captain Joseph. Um, y'all haven't really told him where you're going or anything yet. Have you? That's mainly Hazard's choice.
I'll
Oh, you're breaking up,
get it.
James. Say that again, please.
I'll tell him as I'm getting there.
Okay, so you're not telling till right now. All right. So you had told him to be ready to leave at a certain time this morning, around
Yeah.
10 a.m., 10:30. So the ship's already making steam. They're ready to go. Um, and you come
Heck
aboard. He's
yeah.
on the deck. Let me find this map. I have a physical map of the ship.
Oh, and it's safe to assume we got the other two guys for
What other two guys? What are you talking
Like
about?
those excise men.
no,
They're
no,
not
no, the
going.
two not the excise, but the
Oh, the
armed Indians.
Yeah, the Quinoat.
yeah.
Yes, they're on board. They've
Yeah.
been on board. They got on board earlier on. Remember they snuck them on board in under cover of darkness. Um,
Gotcha.
the There's the steering platform. There's the bridge. Okay. Um, I don't know which one of these is more correct for the main deck. You've got your. Huh. There's the cannons.
Nice.
Yeah, let me send you a quick picture of the ship with her cannons on board. There she is. Because I sent y'all pictures of the Sea Ghost when she was unarmed. Here we go. This'll do. And what you've now got is this says CSS Alabama. Just ignore that. Um, there are 6 32-pounders on deck that can be pivoted out or changed position to fire different directions. There's a 9-inch and there is an 8-inch. Those are on pivots and slides, so they can be aimed in different directions. One aims forward, one aims aft.
Yep.
That's your armament. You've got 4 men to man those only, unfortunately. That was all that Graves could get you. But you do have 20 crewmen. The captain turns towards you, Hazard, once you're aboard. They bring aboard the boat that rowed you out is turning back to row back into town. Actually, the excise men are the ones who rowed you out in the rowboat.
Nice.
The captain turns towards you and he says, "Course and heading, sir?" That's to Hazard. James, are you there? James is not there. All right. Let's give him a minute. We can't hear you if you're talking, James. We cannot hear you. Of course, right now is when his
He
internet.
posted in gaming text mic problem.
Mic problem. Okay. All right, James. We can't play if you're just going to type, though. So, okay, he's going to restart. So we'll take a minute. Sorry about that.
So you're
Where
good.
do the other two of you want to go?
I'm probably just gonna stay out over the I don't know, on the deck of the
Okay.
ship.
Same.
Okay. There's a few other people. There's not too many people like loitering on the deck. The 2 Quinoat are down below. Um, you there, James?
Cave out on me.
There you
Yep.
go.
Am I cutting now? Can you hear me
Yes,
nicely?
You're
You're
cutting in and
a
out.
little bit.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
James.
Oh yeah, here. Let me jump on my phone internet. Let's see if that helps.
Okay.
Actually, right now you're doing all right, but
So Captain Joseph turned towards you and he said, "Course and heading, sir."
Southeast.
Southeast. He looks towards shore, which is to the southeast.
The coast.
Say that again. You broke up again.
The coast.
The coast? Follow the coast?
Yes. Right? Isn't that the spot?
Yeah, it's down on the coast. Do you have a pilot, Mr. Hazard, who knows this coast? Is what he says to you.
Hmm.
Can't hear you if you're talking.
Would Captain? Okay, no, local is what I'm hearing.
Can't understand you.
Yeah.
Did you hook up to your phone? Nope. Can't hear a word, James, if you're talking. I don't know. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, Andy. So
No.
Yeah, I hear you, Andy.
But I don't know if James can.
Yeah.
right.
He dropped out.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so yeah, like Discord keeps dropping me.
Huh. Okay. You're breaking up really bad again. It might be that your connection is so bad the Discord doesn't think you're there anymore.
It just be having too much internet issues. Like, I don't understand. Discord able to play, well, I play a round of Hunt.
I got most of that, but not all of it.
Well, I don't want to make people's days worse, but I don't know what else to do besides try to move it to the phone internets.
Yeah. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um. Apparently, one of my things doesn't move, or I don't know. Anyways, yes, I am on
Right now you're doing better.
my phone now.
Okay.
Yeah, it keeps dropping into the red, so I don't know if it's making me sound real garbly occasionally.
Right now I can hear you. He asked if you had a pilot.
Oh, and with that question, he's asking if we have somebody that knows the coast, basically,
Right.
where we could drive this. Um, oh no, we haven't driven this thing. Okay.
Mm-mm. Nobody's moved this ship since it was captured. It could blow up. Oh boy. That'd be a good
Oh
game.
boy.
So, what do you say when he asks if you have a pilot?
We can probably get one.
We've made steam, sir.
Oh,
Where
we're
are we going?
shoot. Uh,
They've already raised the anchor too. They're in the process. Sailors are bringing
yeah.
the anchor up, bringing the anchors up.
Where are the old papers? The maps. Saltmarsh map.
Hmm. Basically, Dunwater's south of here.
And we don't have anybody on our boat that was a sailor.
Not locals.
Before.
No, there's no locals on board. You've got all these mercenaries. You've got sailors from Seattle. You've got a few gunners. Uh, Cunningham. Um, you've got Daniel, and you've got Jim Bat, and you've got Pete Sutter. That's pretty much
Nice.
everybody.
Well, a pilot, I guess we should stay deeper in the water while we make our way along the coast.
Stay where? Say that again.
Deeper in the water. Stay
So we're following
offshore
the coast.
enough.
We're following the coast to the south.
Yes.
Okay, so he starts giving orders. And they actually set out, they start heading out southwest. They are moving away from the coast. And he asks you how far down the coast this place is that we're going. We have about enough coal on board for a week, but that's all.
Shouldn't be out that long.
That's not an answer,
Yeah,
Mr. Hazard.
we're going. How many miles would I guess it was?
About 10.
When we went before with the excisemen?
You think about 10 miles
Okay.
down the coast is where Dunwater
About
is.
10 miles down the coast.
He continues. He nods and he continues to give orders to his men. Each of you on deck can make me a spot hidden.
Sweet. Oh, no.
Oh no! What?
Indians have smuggled themselves on board.
Yeah, I rolled a
Dempsey.
92. I failed.
Okay, nobody's paying attention. How about Hazard? Dempsey's looking out to sea. Have you ever been on a ship before, Dempsey?
Here, sorry. 1 second.
He doesn't know. I mean, he's
Well,
he's
decide.
from-
It's up to you.
74 out of 74. Nice.
Hazard, you're
Barely
the
made
only
the
one
spot.
who notices. I'll get back to you with that question, Dempsey. Think about it if he's been on a big ship before or traveled anywhere besides continental United States. Um, Hazard, you do notice there's a lot of movement in town. Um, some men wearing maybe doeskin and blue jeans are running around.
Mm.
Several men are running up towards the. You can make out some men running up towards the Quinoat. settlement on the north side of the village. Um,
Nice.
Other men are starting to head down the coast to the south on foot. Other men are heading, it looks like, deeper into town. There's a lot. There's a lot of movement. It's more than you would have expected. I mean, there's quite a few people who came to see all off because news has kind of gotten out via rumor that you were leaving soon. So when people started seeing you brought to the ship, when the ship started making smoke, people started to come to the shore to, oh boy, we get to see something new today. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement
Hmm.
on shore. Surprising amount. So think about that, Dempsey. So have you been to sea before?
Uh, no, not out to sea, but like being from Boston, he's been on boats around the
Mhm.
Boston area, but not like
Okay, yeah. So
true sailing.
you can
Sailing.
each make me a con check. Give yourself a bonus die. This is a big ship. It's pretty stable. It's not like being on a little boat being tossed around.
Thanks for the bonus die.
No, a ship like this is going to be easier not to get ill. Dempsey's
Right.
fine. He's been on boats before anyway.
I had an 87. It became an 07.
Oh, damn. Dempsey's really fine. How about Jimenez?
It was 23, so which is a
Yeah,
hard success.
yeah, you're fine. Hazard, how you doing?
Got a. So I'm good.
Okay, that was you got a success. You said.
Yes, yes. Not
Okay,
quite a hard, but
that's
close.
fine. Everybody's fine. It's a big ship. It's not a tiny little ship like you've been on before, or a tiny boat. Um, and you continue. Can you handle that,
There we go.
James? You gonna be able to handle that with
We're
shit
we're gonna
with your shitternet?
chitternet.
Ah,
Yes,
that's my clever
but
friend.
it is on my phone, so we should be able to do it a little
Cool.
better.
That'd be awesome. So, um, yeah, you start heading south, and the ship makes pretty good speed. Uh, she is capable. I'm pretty certain she's capable of about 14 knots, which is good speed. I'm not gonna worry about it. So, you're off, and you're actually heading away from shore. Um, Everybody can make me another spot hidden.
Oh, 09.
Jimenez notices it. Hutton.
49. Got
Pretty
it.
success.
Dempsey, you're on the wrong side. You're looking out to sea. This is actually quite interesting. You've never been on a big steamship before. How about we say?
Yeah.
And it's a nice day. Um, Good breeze, and you're just enjoying yourself. Like wow. And this
He's
thing's
standing on
moving.
the he's standing on the bow of the ship, screaming, "I'm king of the
Probably not
world!"
that, but the ship's moving at a good clip. Probably faster than you've been. Most of the ships you've probably been in have been sailing boats and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe one slow steamship or a barge or something, or not a barge, but like a ferry crossing parts of
Oh,
Boston.
probably like a gambling boat.
Maybe a game of boat. Those are slow too. They're just out there
Yep.
to cruise. These guys are making time. Hazard, you and Jimenez start to notice like smoke coming up from it starts coming up at first from the Quinoat area of Saltmarsh. This is about 20 minutes after you've moved away. Um, Shortly after that, you notice more smoke further to the north, possibly as far as La Pouche. Um, Little, puffs of smoke coming up. Not like a trickle, but like little clouds of smoke coming up from below.
Wait, you said La Push?
Could be. You can't really see it from
Um,
here, but you can see these big puffs of smoke coming up from up there.
the geography of this place has thrown me a teeny bit.
Mhm.
Is La Push where the Inuits or no
No.
Quinoats?
The Quaalude. The Quaalude live in La
No.
Push. They're supposed to be on the
Okay.
reservation with the Quinault down south,
Yes.
but they
Okay.
live there. So that's a little town.
Okay.
It's a couple miles from Saltmarsh.
Got you. And it
Uh,
looks like that Indian's place could be on fire.
no, 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 definitely not. Because these are puffs of smoke.
Okay.
They're not. It's not like a
Oh,
column of
smoke
smoke.
signals.
It's like
Got
puffs,
it. Got
little
it.
puffs, and almost like a code. Yeah, like smoke signals. Exactly.
Yeah, my guy
So
wouldn't know. He just thinks something's on fire.
okay, that's fine. It's a weird looking fire. Then it keeps coming, starting and stopping. Apparently.
What is
Yeah.
this?
Uh, Jimenez, it's up to you whether you notice, whether you know what that is, or if you can guess what that is. Sean, did you have a question?
Right.
Oh no, he's so
I was I was going to ask if there was some sort of skill check or something that I could roll just to see whether I might know, but
no. You can know if you want. If that's what you guessed, then
say that is what I
yeah,
guessed.
then yeah, you can
So
guess that. Yeah, yeah. Players can bring some of their own information into the game.
okay,
So yeah. Um,
my guy has a good intelligence too.
yep,
So
yep. The sailors have set to work. They've set a few of the sails in order to give the ship even more speed, even as you're steaming along. There's a sailor by the huge wheel. The captain is forward, a little ways, about halfway up the ship, where he's got a good view forward. There's some steps that go down slightly. The deck is kind of like this, but not by very far, by less than probably 4 feet. And um, um, some of the men from below deck have come up. Some of your mercenaries are up to get some air. You don't see any sign of the Quinoat. Cunningham's up there. Um, Pete is back at the back of the ship. He's just he's hanging out. Looks like he's got a bottle of beer. You don't know where the hell he got that from. Okay. Yeah, and you're heading on. You head out about a mile, and then the captain has the ship turned to the south. You travel for only about an hour, maybe a little longer than that, before you spot Dunwater. Um, he asks Hazard if that. Uh-oh. Is James frozen?
I can hear y'all and see y'all. It just looks like my camera decided to stop.
Okay. So he turns to Hazard and he asks if that is the location. If that's where is that where we're heading?
Dunwater.
Dunwater is where the Quinoat were. It's a town
Where we
that-
had that meeting
Yes,
and everything.
it's a town that was wiped out by influenza several years ago. But when you guys went to investigate it, you found the Quinoat
Oh,
there.
yes, that one.
He starts giving orders. The ship is brought in to a couple hundred yards. The sails are furled and anchors are dropped at that point. They're not getting any closer. You can see several Quinoat have come down to the shore and are kind of watching uh, the sea ghost. And
Perfect.
again, the captain's looking at you, Hazard.
All right,
You're
let's
essentially
take
like the owner. You're like the owner.
a couple
He's in charge.
parties. Yeah. And let's get to the town.
How many? What? Who do you want to take, Mr. Hazard?
We'll just load 2 boats. Myself, whoever would like to come.
All right. He starts giving
I'll
orders.
take you,
Who are you pointing at?
Fernandez, Jim.
Fernandez. Is Graves going? You want him to stay
Jim
on the
C.,
ship?
would you like to come?
As I noticed, my name's the only one he gets right, huh?
He does get your name right. Yeah. Who's Fernandez?
I believe I could join.
All right.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
So they've got two. They lower 2 of the boats. There's a couple sailors who come to row in each boat. These are big boats. I mean, if you're just taking the party, you'll be able to fit. You only need one.
Gotcha. Okay. Then we'll just take the one then.
Okay.
We'll be good with the one.
Yeah. So it's everybody in the group. Jim Bat, Graves. Do you want Pete to go?
Yeah. We'll bring Pete.
Okay.
I like Pete.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much all the NPCs. Cunningham would like to come as well.
Oh, I forgot he came with us. Yeah.
I mentioned it right at the beginning. Okay. So you guys load up in one of the boats, and the sailors row you to shore. You put ashore. The sailors grab the end of the boat, pull it up far enough on the beach. Sanity checks, everybody.
Everybody.
I was about to tell people like some of these
I'm
people
making-
here don't look well.
Oh, Andy. Sorry, I also wanted the deformed Indians with us as well.
Oh yeah.
If that's fun to
We
add.
can retro that in. So you send for them. They come up. They're still all wrapped up. Their faces are wrapped up and
I
everything.
rolled a 39. I forgot what it was for. Spot.
This is
again.
a sanity check. Once you get to
sanity.
shore and see the Quinoat.
Yes.
Where the hell are they?
39.
57.
Did I move them? I bet I moved them.
The nice thing is Dempsey's got pretty
There's
healthy
the
sanity.
Alabama.
He's an
But I'm standing in a very visible area,
Yeah,
too,
that's
so
what
I can
think.
like wave at people as we're
He's an
coming in.
Undertaker. He served in the
There's
war.
Oh, here we go. Fuck me. Okay. If you... No, that's not it.
If you made it, it's one.
I can't fucking find it. Here we go. Okay. If you made it to 0.
Oh.
If you fail,
nice.
Let me know who failed. Did anybody fail?
I failed.
4 for you, and you're fine with them from now on. You're used to this craziness already.
Okay.
Let me
Fernando
check the
going crazy.
NPCs real
For
quick.
now.
Let's see the sailors, how they did. That guy did not do well. One of the sailors is okay. The other one is like, Gah! Obviously very upset. Pete's like, oh, damn it. He curses when he sees them. Because he forgot all about how awful they looked. It looks like Cunningham is fine. Graves is fine. Jim Bat is not pleased. He lost 3. And Pete. Pete is fine. He nudges you in the side hazard, gives you one of these, and he says, "They ain't as ugly as I remember."
They only brought the pretty ones out first.
Well, no, there's normal looking people, and then there's also these creepy ones that are obviously something's wrong with them. So, some of the Quinoat talk for a few moments in their own language with the representatives that they sent with you, and then they motion for one of them speaks in broken English and says, "Whoever is to meet with the chief should come with us now." Oh, and James is gone again. Can you?
Okay. Yeah. It seems I've got to restart every time my mic loses. I just ditch the call and come back in.
All right.
Yeah, it's very obnoxious.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Quinoat have said for your representatives to come with them, basically.
Yeah, and I'll head out.
Yeah. Okay. Who all's going? Right now, everybody's kind of moving forward, except for those 2
I
sailors.
guess Greaves is coming with me. I'll tell the sailors y'all can stay here.
Okay. What about Bat? He's there.
Bat, would you like to come or would you like to stay here?
I'll stay here, he says.
Cunningham, you'll want to...
He does. He nods. What about Pete?
Pete, what would you like?
I'd like to go home.
Then you can stay with the boat if you'd like.
All right, good time for a nap for any. He goes and climbs back into the boat and like lays down.
Nods.
So y'all are led back into Dunwater. You're led back to that big house that the chief had, and you pretty soon people are starting to gather there, including the chief. He says, "You're late. Where have you been?"
Took a little longer to get the people than I thought, but we
you got them. You got men.
have a... Yes, we brought ourselves over 100.
Oh, that is good. That is good. What about women? Did you bring women? Any of them women?
I don't believe any were women, correct?
No, these are all men. You were hiring mercenaries. If they're women, they're disguised.
No women.
Well, oh, that's the way it is. Very well. We have sent word to the others. Everyone is ready to go.
All right. And now, where is this destination so our captain can take us there?
We will tell you once we're aboard. Aboard your great canoe.
Oh, is everybody coming on our canoe?
How else would we get there?
Oh, sorry. I believed this would be on the coast somewhere
We'll
that
need
we
the
could
canoe to get
all
there.
meet. Ah,
Your canoe is
all
very
right.
fast. We
Well
saw it
then.
approaching. It came so quickly, like the wind. Great magic is at work there, I think.
Yeah, steam power.
Oh.
But now a lot of the people on the boat have not seen fantastical things, as it were. So did you have any? What were they called again? Ghouls? Are they coming on the boat as well?
Yes, they're here. They're waiting. There are 20 of
Mm,
them.
excellent.
And the serpents.
Are
They are
they?
here as well.
And the serpents? They look like people sometimes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, can we, by chance, ask our ghoul friends to wear something that might hide their identity?
Do you have anything?
I believe we have some blankets on board that we can fashion into
Yeah, you could do that.
outfits.
Well, yeah. You could put blankets on them. It look kind of weird, but that's okay.
Some eye
Yeah.
holes.
You have to send somebody back
Just
to the ship
because.
to get the blankets and bring them. Um,
I asked Graves to go talk with Pete and the two sailors to get that done.
yes, sir. He's off. Um,
Were there any other? I feel it's rude to call them creatures, but non-humans. Besides the serpent people and the ghouls?
they were the only ones who had come.
Perfect. So we just need 20 disguises.
The door flies open. In stomps the chief shaman. You recognize him, the very angry, didn't want you here, made you take the oath guy.
Good.
He comes over and he walks right up to. Let's see, who else here? Graves is gone. Bat's back at the boat. Is it just you three?
Us three in Cunningham, I believe.
Cunningham is there too. Yeah. Okay. We'll make him number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walks right up to Hazard. All right, he picked the right one.
Nice.
He goes and he says, "My auguries have shown that you will bring doom to us. Doom!" Like right in your face. You can smell the fish on his breath.
It's just like,
It's disgusting. Yeah.
I take a step back. I do not wish to bring you doom. I wish to have a good transaction of manpower for gold.
It is too late. You have brought doom. You've killed us all.
How have we brought doom?
I have seen they will come. They will come soon. All of them from the north and south and east. They will come.
Well, if we get y'all to your home, you'll be safe, right?
Bah. Bah. He just says bah. Like that.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's essentially what he's saying. Why, Mr. Cunningham? I mean, no, God damn it. Why, Mr. Hazard? And you recognize the serpent person lady. I don't remember what name she gave you. She comes sidling up to you.
Doot.
Looking all pretty, takes your arm very politely. Puts her arm through yours. Why, Mr.
Oh,
Hazard,
I totally. Oh,
you
there it is.
did come back. What a pleasant surprise. She's cold.
Oh,
You know, I usually take somebody's arm. It's nice and warm and cuddly. No, she's cold, and there's no warmth
it's good to
there
see you again.
whatsoever. It sends
her
you kinda-
name was Winifred Desmond.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got it here.
I know I got her name written down somewhere.
Dunwater. Oh shit, I don't have it written down here.
So, Miss Desmond, it
yes.
is a delight to see you again.
Oh yes, of course. Our things are all packed, my boys. My men are already going down to the shore to get on board your luxurious ship. I trust you have rooms for us.
Oh, of course.
Oh, so good. You haven't introduced me to your new friend. He looks delicious. She's looking at you, Dempsey.
Oh, Dempsey, He can handle himself well around arms, so that's very good.
Oh, very nice, Mr. Dempsey. Winifred Desmond.
It's a pleasure.
Ah, a gentleman. How nice. She gives Jimenez kind of a look, but she doesn't really say much to you.
That's fine.
Yeah. Dempsey is
I'm
wearing
kind of
his
freaked
suit.
out by her anyway.
Oh, Dempsey's looking like, yeah, he's all
Dempsey's wearing his
skipped
suit and
out.
top hat.
Oh, nice.
Good.
Very nice.
Frederick Harrington was the other one's name.
Frederick Harrington. Okay. I've got
Yeah,
him, but I didn't print him out, unfortunately. So, there are 6 in our company. Can you fit us on board? I'm sure
We sure
that
can.
the Quinoat will be fine with steerage.
That sounds like
That's
a cramped quarters.
No, that's below decks, like cargo space.
Oh,
You can put
okay.
them all in the cargo hold. What there is, I mean, there is some space for cargo in the ship, so you think there'll be enough room.
Yeah.
Even though there's quite a few.
Definitely.
There's quite a few Quinoat.
Thinking back on it, are all the rooms taken?
No, probably not. You've probably got a lot
Okay.
of your men forward, mingling with the sailors, or in one of the cargo holds. You can probably put the Quinoat in another. You don't want anybody really in the steam engine and down in the room with the steam engine or the coal. But there are
I do
more.
want to give the serpent people their own room.
They,
Or
they'll-
2
they'll
rooms
probably need
or
2
something?
rooms. Yeah, they could probably make it into 2 rooms. It'll be a little tight, but it won't be too tight, and towards
Okay.
the aft end of the ship. So,
And if that's possible, then good. And we
yeah,
can
yeah,
just
it's definitely
brush that aside.
So it looks like when you finally leave this room, this place, actually, people are like moving out. They're bringing everything, which
Oh, yeah.
doesn't look like it amounts to much. Now the chief's chair is covered
Thank
in
goodness.
jewels. That's coming. There are several chests that are coming. But everybody's migrating down towards the beach. Like they were ready to go. And most of them are carrying probably everything that they own, which is not much. There's a lot of weaponry. You can see some crates come down with the hazard mark on them. They're being brought down to shore as well. Some of those but you're probably going to need more boats. Graves has come back with the blankets. He was hoping to find some cloaks, but couldn't, he tells you. And he starts to he tells the sailors, take a group back to the ship, find some place to put them, and then get all the boats here to start picking these people up. The sailors look nervous, but they do it. So this exodus
Oh, and I
begins.
give everyone a quick rundown. All these people are plebs. They don't know. They're going to be startled by your appearance. And definitely the ghouls' appearance. So we're going to try to keep people separated the best we can for now.
You're telling this to the Quinoat?
Yes, to
Okay.
the chieftain.
Ah,
And I'll let... I'll tell the chieftain that, and I'll let...
there's their names.
Yeah, no, that'll be it.
Okay. Ah! Hazard! One of the ghouls, something slaps you on the back. And the stench, you get this smell comes from it, and you peek
Just
over.
wafts.
Yes, it wafts over you, and you need to make
Turn
a
and
sanity
look.
check when you look at the ghoul, who has come up to you with his very thick accent.
There's no disadvantage or advantage on sanities, right?
No.
I would say disadvantage, but I rolled an 80, so it's still a failure.
Still fail? Okay, I think ghouls are... See, here's something I meant to write down that I didn't, and I should have. I'm back and forth in here. Here, we're just going to call it this. You take 1 point of sanity loss.
Oh, nice.
You recognize the ghoul who was in the grave playing with the children. He says, uh-oh, did your mic go out again?
No,
Okay,
we're good.
He says, you remember me. You remember Francisco Jose Barcelona de Bilbao?
I do remember you, Francesco.
Ah, good. You have good place for us to stay? You have rotten meat for us to eat?
I
We could make
Don't-
some. How many men you got on board? Ah, I kid. He slams you in the shoulder. It feels like he breaks it. Like
Jesus.
playful punches, and it almost knocks you over.
just hop over to the side once.
There are 20 of us. We are ready. We are ready to make mincemeat of.
I am
Ahem.
very curious to see y'all in action as
Oh
well,
yes, yes,
Francisco.
yes. It will be grand. It will be glorious like the old days back in Spain. Hazard! Hazard!
Yeah, well,
That yelling's coming from that little jail cell.
oh my
Oh,
god. Oh shoot, Aloysius.
Aloysius looks like he has seen better days. Uh, Hazard, get us out of here. Get us out of here. You got a ship. You got a ship. Take us. Take us. Take me away. Take us away, please.
I apologize, Aloysius. I thought they were gonna let you out so you could represent our interests here.
They told me that you said that I should stay here because I might run away. Isn't that funny? That's so funny. Get me out of here! He's like screaming, like trying to get his face through the bars.
I gotta get out. So he seems desperate, right?
Yes, he seems very
Good.
desperate. Uh, you can hear something splashing around in one of the other cells back there, or slopping around. It's hard to tell. And you remember that thing that you got shown?
Yeah, the
The
weird thing
Yugya,
in there.
yes. So, yeah, it's no wonder that he's kind of freaking out.
Oh yeah, slowly going mad. How many guys did he have in there? I don't remember. Was it 5? It
Four
was a
total.
handful.
It was four.
4? Okay.
It was him. It was Ned Shankshaft, and then the 2 sailors who escaped from you guys from the Sea Ghost before, who weren't, killed.
Got you. Oh, Aloysius, you know that magic stuff, right? That can.
Yes, yes. Let me out. Get me out of here. Tell them to open this
Perfect.
door.
Oh, that'll be an easy argument to get you out and to come with us.
Good.
It'll be perfect.
Good. Okay. So, who do you want to talk to about this, Hazard?
Chieftain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He gives
Good
orders for
report.
them to be released, and he says something in his own language, and these 2 warriors nod. They're heavily armed, and they go into the jail.
They can
Aloysius and
bring
his
them in
men
help
come out
us.
like they rush out terrified, and then you hear numerous gunshots from inside the jail. Boom, 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 boom. Like they empty pistols. Blam, 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 you know. Uh,
Oh, what was that thing called again? That assume y'all just killed?
the Yugya. It did not take
Yugya.
word back. We destroyed it. And the two warriors come out, reloading,
Wait,
clumsily reloading their pistols.
how does it bring word back if it's dead?
That's why we killed it, so it can't.
Oh, I misunderstood you.
It is a hectic day. And then he goes to giving more orders to his people. They're loading up in canoes, the little like hollowed out wood canoes they've made, and are going out to the ship and coming back in. More sailors are showing up. Um, Basically, about half of them react poorly, um, and of those, about half of those like faint or flip out
Yeah.
or just like
So a quarter of our men are a little bit
yes.
uncomfortable.
So it's only because half of them half of them are fine. Half of them fail
Yeah.
to save, but they only take a point, one, two, or
Couple
three,
points.
yeah, a couple points. And well, actually, nobody goes temporarily insane from seeing the Quinoat because it's not that much, but they
Gotcha.
are kind of freaking out. So far it's not too bad. You don't see any sign of graves and all the confusion. Um, oh shit! I gotta make some saves.
How's Cunningham holding up?
Cunningham's doing
How many-
okay. He is.
Already scribbled
He's
one
obviously
notebook full.
very uncomfortable. Right now, he's just watching. He's not taking any notes.
Oh.
He's just carefully watching everything. He's got his. He left his Henry rifle behind because none of you guys brought rifles. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You just
No.
maybe have sidearms because there's not supposed to be any fighting here. This is just the pickup. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 hours to get everybody on board. On board the Sea Ghost, but it's pretty orderly. There are some problems on board. Some of your mercenaries see some of these people and they kind of flip out. Not too badly though. Um, It's
I asked Francesco to do me a solid and try to keep all his guys
oh, you have to talk to
together
Raphael. Raphael,
in the.
Raphael, he's there. He's over there. Talk to him. Go, go, go. He is in charge of us. He like keeps
Oh, Raphael!
hugging and shoving you. Raphael turns towards you. Make another sanity check there, James. It's a
Like,
different
oh,
ghoul.
pepper dog.
He's kind of bad. Yeah, did you make it?
Got it
Yeah.
on this one.
I gotta find my ghouls. Give me 1 second.
Sure. I forgot how sane these guys are, though, because these are the old West people. They don't run into as much stuff as the other
Not
guys
yet,
do.
no. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Slippery slope with sanity, though.
Ghouls. Here we go. That is, you made your sanity check. That's 0 loss.
Nice.
Let's see. And we'll do that.
Starting out good.
And I'm writing these down now so I can not have to look this up every time. What is it you wish? Who are you?
Now, oh, Hazard of Hazard Arms, and I just immediately stick my hand out because that's just what I do, and then I'm like, wait a minute,
He
and
grabs
I'm like
your
pulling
hand.
back now.
You start to pull back and he grabs it. And he goes and he
No, I
shakes
think
it
about
like
it. I think about it.
very, very like distinctly like this.
Mm,
It is an old habit, but it is one that even we respect. I am Raphael.
excellent.
I see you are talking to the fool.
Oh, is that what y'all call it?
That is what I call him. He
Good.
is young, only 100 or so years old.
If it's not rude, could I ask your age?
I do not remember. 400 or 500, somewhere in there.
Impressive.
My
Now,
bodies in Italy, they fell like cardboard. Like, he wouldn't say cardboard. They were so delicious. What is it you
I
need?
do. I would like to talk to you about boarding situation on the boat. As you may have been approached already on the disguises we're working on for your people.
Your man said something.
Yes.
We are buying clothes from the Quinoat, and we will wear your
Oh,
terrible
perfect.
blankets over us as well to hide ourselves as best we can.
Yes, I do apologize for making you do that,
Will your men go mad
but,
if they see us?
but that is a possibility that I would like to refrain from us running into.
Dempsey, make a not sanity check. Make a spot hidden for me. You too, Jimenez.
I believe.
I made
got-
mine.
I got an extreme success right on the dot.
You both notice Hazard,
Nice.
even amongst all this craziness, you're trying to help as best you can. Stay out of the way. Try not to deal with these people that smell like fish, and these Indians that smell like fish. You can't help but notice Hazard talking to a shadowy figure over by one of the buildings, and the figure is definitely not human. So make me sanity checks for the ghoul that is chit-chatting with Hazard. Make sure you keep track of each type of monster. It's 0 if you make it.
Oh yeah, so we need to reset all of our point
Everything's at
lossage.
0. You've been gone for 2 weeks.
Cool,
You
cool.
know what I mean? So, Jimenez, how'd you do?
I made
Yeah,
mine.
we'll run
Yeah,
to
it's 0
Yuggets.
if you make it. So, yeah, the is the reaction or whatever reaction you want to have. You're both noticing too. A lot of the younger people in the groups, like the young men and women and the children, all look normal, whereas the older people all have these big bodily fish eyes, and the skin on their necks is all like loose and creased up, and a lot of them are losing their hair, and the whole place stinks of fish, and it's just kind of uncomfortable and very, very busy. Everybody's on the move. And is there anything that you two wish to do during all this commotion?
No, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head for me. Like, I'm just staying out of the way for the most part.
Dempsey? Yep. Okay. So, go ahead, Hazard.
Where were we?
You're just talking about the ghouls are gonna freak everybody out if they see him,
Gotcha.
and he understands.
So, the less they see of y'all, the better until we get to it. But I will give everyone a briefing not to fire upon any of our allies, such as yourself.
That is good. We don't want to kill
And
any of your men.
that would be preferred. Uh,
Indeed.
speaking of, I need to go see Miss Desmond again. If she's around.
Yeah, you can find her. She hasn't boarded yet. All this party of well dressed, very clean white people are standing off to one side. There's a couple. They have a couple of metal trunks that are strange looking. You've never seen anything quite like that. And they just appear to be waiting for a boat to take them to the ship.
Got you. And I before we have the conversation again, I talked to her about being a snake person. I think when we last talked.
Yeah, you know she's a
Okay,
snake
okay.
person. But she looks unique. Oh, make me spot him.
Okay.
How about that? Oh, my back is killing me.
I do not spot whatever this is.
All right, nice. So that's a good thing. Yeah, you can walk over to them. They appear to be waiting patiently just above the tide line.
95.
Oh, that's a good.
Yes, perfect. Oh, Miss Desmond.
Mr. Hazard, how are you? We're just waiting for a
I'm
boat to
doing
take us
well.
out to your ship. Oh, it's quite lovely.
Oh,
There's still
perfect. Thank
smoke
you.
coming out of the stack. They've obviously keeping up the steam.
Um, Now I did have a question. Uh,
Hmm.
I keep hearing that y'all are serpent people, and we've discussed it. But are y'all going to be in this form the whole time,
Yes.
or could that change?
It could change if we're injured. That damages the spell and then it fails.
All right. Uh,
But most of
if
us
you don't mind,
have protection.
excellent, excellent.
Don't you?
And
Do you? You do, don't you? Yes. I thought I only picked the ones that did. Yes. You.
what would be an adequate? Good. What would be an adequate description of y'all's species if I'm because I plan on giving a rundown on who not to shoot at for our
Well,
people.
it would probably be best for you not to even tell anyone about us.
Oh,
But
sure thing.
you could mention that if giant snakes appear, to not shoot them.
All right. I will mention such.
But we're mostly for cleanup anyway. There's only a half a dozen of us. We
Huh.
can't be an effective force in the main assault, but we'll be following up and taking care of any stragglers.
Sounds good to me. All right. Perfect.
It's so
Let's
good to
get
see
everybody
you.
on board.
I look forward to talking to you again.
Oh,
She leans
I do
in,
as well.
and there's like no warmth whatsoever in her eyes. You know, they're like dead.
Good.
Anyway, so yeah,
So charming.
the insane. She's very pretty, but it's just like you just get this weird vibe off of her. Like she would just as soon kill you as chit chat with you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
She seems
She
very.
gives off those crazy vibes.
She does give off kind of a weird, crazy vibe. Yeah. I can't think of a good comparison. Maybe you ever see my super
Yeah.
ex girlfriend? No, that's too crazy.
Like a
Anyway, so
yundere?
just like nothing. There's just nothing there. It's weird. It's like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it exactly.
It's
So
pull the wing off the flies kind of look.
no, not so much pull the wing off of flies. Like she wouldn't. She doesn't mind either way what happens to anybody. You
Gotcha.
know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's not malevolent, but it's not benevolent. Um,
Indifference. Yeah.
it is like a super indifference. You know what I mean? Like she's putting on this whole, she's being very flirty with you and all this other stuff. But does she like you, or does she just want to get you in a lab somewhere and see what makes you tick? You know what I mean? So you've gotten about half the Quinoat on board. The ghouls go on board on two ships. Sorry, on two boats. The sailors who come back after taking them on board are very disturbed. Like one of them just like, so that's not great. But
Nope.
um,
It's just one guy.
so you see some of the Quinoat warriors come running in to the village from the swamp somewhere, and they speak hurriedly to the chief. And the shaman is not too far away, and you see the shaman suddenly looks around, and he looks like, this is what I expected.
I was correct.
Ah, like I told you so is what goes over. And
Good.
maybe, but he's got these wide googly eyes, and his mouth is too big, and it's hard to really tell if that's the expression or if that he's just got gas or something. So uh, the chief looks around to you, and he comes over. He looks angry, and the shaman is following up very closely behind, like that.
Oh,
And he says, "Oh shit, I can't remember that guy's name. There's too many names.
sorry, 1 sec.
That's what I need." Um, let's see. Joaquin is the chief. Satanta. That's the name of the chief shaman. Oh man, James got a fancy mic. What the hell's up with that? Just like Sean. Not as fancy as Sean's. Sean got a fancy mic.
I love my spike.
He pulls it in. Well, welcome, gals and girls. Here we are.
Good. So wait, what were you saying, Eddie?
So, the chief says to you, Satanta, my scouts say there are Quelut coming from the north and Quinault coming from the south. The shaman says, I told you. I told you they would be here.
Well, we must
I saw
board
them
with
coming.
haste.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the chief's all for that. He starts shouting orders in his own language. They start picking up the pace. You can't help but notice the large chests that they're bringing with them that seem to be very heavy. Dempsey and Fernando, you can make me spot hiddens for these chests to see if they strike anything in you.
Oh, four. Yeah, they do.
Fernando, it's like, oh, those look really heavy. Like they're full of gold. That's what it goes right through your head. Dempsey, you've actually attracted the attention.
Pete Cutter nearby. I might nudge him and point it out to
Pete
him.
was in one of the boats. He's just sitting on the
Okay.
shore now, watching all this commotion. Actually, no, Pete probably. Yeah, Pete's on shore. He's watching the commotion. He
All
loves this
right.
kind of chaos. So he's not far from you if you want to go talk to him or nudge him. So that's up to you.
If he was standing nearby, I might, but I'm not going to walk over
No,
and
you
nudge
have to
him.
walk
That
over. Yeah, Dempsey, your attention has
Gotcha.
been taken by a young Quinoat woman. You don't know how old she is.
Okay.
She could be anywhere from 15 to 20. She doesn't speak English, but she's come over and she's like chit chatting with you, and she seems kind of like maybe she's attracted to you. What's Dempsey's? Does Dempsey got looks? What's his appearance? Is it above 50?
25.
It's 25. You've
Remember,
never had a woman.
He's got really long arms.
Yeah, you've never had a woman like come over and start like chit chatting it up with you. You know what I mean? He's got those way too long arms. His face ain't much to look at. So
Yep.
it's always been you approaching women. If Dempsey has ever approached a woman, I don't know. I have no idea, honestly.
No.
But
He
this,
probably has and got shot down.
okay, yeah. So every woman you've tried to court has been like, I don't know if they've been cruel enough to just laugh at you. That's up to you, Sean. Um, but they have never agreed to be courted or to
Okay.
go sit under the veranda or to dance with you, maybe at some cotillion or some kind of dance or anything. But this, she's wearing a doeskin, like top and like a skirt and moccasins, and she just came up and just started like talking to you.
But she's not speaking any English.
She doesn't speak English, but she's chatting it up like you understand what she's saying, and she just seems happy to be talking to you. She's very pretty.
Okay, I was gonna say she's not one of the.
No, no, no. Yeah, no. No. That's one thing that's one of the reasons why you weren't like you didn't have to make another sanity check.
Yeah.
Because she's just a normal woman. Looks like Native American, obviously. Reddish skin,
Oh,
black hair, pulled. She's got
yeah.
it pulled back and tied. Um, uh, pretty simple dress or simple outfit, And she's just kind of chatting with you.
Okay.
And every once in a while, she'll like touch your arm or whatever. But it's very friendly and familiar. You've never had this happen to you before. Sanity check.
Yeah.
No, she likes me. -20 sanity. How could this
Hell
be?
yeah.
More.
And when you talk back to her, she like smiles and you say, well, what's your name or something like that, and she just smiles and she just keeps talking and she just chats with you. It's very strange. You've never had this happen to you before.
I'm gonna try to gesture that you know um be like, thank you, but I need to leave, and like tip my hat and walk away.
Okay. Make me a spot hidden or listen.
Ma'am.
What's my listen? Ooh, spot hidden's better.
Yeah, you either notice or you could hear.
God damn it! No.
No, you didn't make it. Okay, you go over to one of the boats. I take it you're going back to the ship. Is
Mm-hmm.
that the plan or what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go over the boats. You get into one of the boats that's being loaded up, and you can't help but notice this girl standing right next to you who climbs to the boat and sits across from you, and just smiles at you.
She need to get on the boat anyways.
I will wait for her to come back to the boat with me.
Yeah. Okay. So they load up this particular boat, push it off, and you head back for shore. Make me a listen check this time.
Nope. God damn, I'm
Okay, yeah,
horrible.
okay. You don't. There's too much noise of the boat. There's jabbering in the Quinoat language mostly. The sailors just talking a little bit as they row and trying not to look at the Quinoat. That kind of thing. As you head back for the Sea Ghost, pace has picked up quite a bit. Um, Everybody's trying to get offshore. The Serpent people have gotten on board. All the ghouls are on board, and the Quinoat right now are going back and forth. The boats and the canoes are going back and forth as fast as they can to get the Quinoat on board. There are about. You got a total of. What is the total here? 67, 73, 78, 80, 110, 100 and. 125 Quinoat total. Men, women, and children. And I think Hazard, you saw the big chests, didn't you? The heavy chests.
Yes, I did.
That one I gave you automatically because Hazard's got like a nose for gold. Um, so those got taken on board as well. Um, Pretty much everybody ends up getting on board the ship. You do hear some shooting. When is Hazard going to board? And when is Jimenez going to board?
I'm probably bored with the chieftain.
He's waiting until towards the end. What about Jimenez?
Yeah, he's probably going to board soon.
Okay, yeah, you can. You can just hop on board one of the boats or even one of the Quinoat canoes if you want.
No,
Are we
he'll
starting
wait for
shooting
one of
while we're still boarding?
Yes.
Or
Yes, coming from
okay.
back in the swamp. Yeah, okay. So
We
Pete's like
should catch
somebody
this next boat, chief.
somebody I must wait till last. I will not leave my people.
Hmm.
We still have scouts out in the swamp. And other
Respectable.
surprises. Uh Somebody pokes you in the back really hard, Hazard. Like like really, really hard.
Spin around.
It's Pete. What the hell's going on out there?
Well, it sounds like we might have been tailed by the Quaalude? Quaalude?
Oh. You want me to go kill him?
Well, I'd like you to make it to the boat in time, but if you'd like to wander a little, that's fine.
Oh boy. Damn it, I don't have my rifle. God damn it, Hazard. He like does one of these into your chest. Why did you
Why
tell me
don't I
we
have
were
my
going to get
rifle?
into?
No,
Why'd you tell me we were going to get into a fight? I'd have brought all my guns.
I,
All I
I
got's my
expect this
piece,
to be smooth.
and I don't have a whole lot of extra ammo. I can only kill maybe 20 or 30 men. I'm very disappointed in you. I'll be back. And he takes off running up the
Good.
road through Dunwater, disappears around the side of a building.
Good.
Yeah. So for the most part, things are going pretty well as planned. The chief's not willing to go until all of his people, at least maybe those scout. You do find out from him if those scouts don't come back from the swamps, they'll have to write them off. But he's going to be on the last boat out.
Chieftain, in a worst case scenario, who is your second in command?
Good question.
I'm just
I've got a
hoping you
name, I
don't
gotta
tell
find
me
it.
the chief or the chief shaman.
No, no, it is not.
Good, good. He does not like me very much.
He names you off a name, but I can't read my handwriting, unfortunately.
Yeah, he can just tell me a name.
Yeah, he does. He tells you a name. Looks like Firesar, but I'm pretty certain that's not it. I need to have a
Timothy
list of...
Firesar.
No, not punches you hard in the face. All your teeth go in the back of your throat. Anyway, no, there's a sub chief, and he tells you the sub chief is above the chief shaman, and the shaman and his people have already gone aboard the ship. They went pretty early, actually. The
I
chief
figured.
shaman, the senior shaman was the one. It was Gagny who went with you. There were 4 other shamans. They had a bunch of crates full of shit. Which you would
A
guess
couple of them looked really heavy.
religious. Yeah, they were very heavy. Religious artifacts of some kind. You noticed all the gold and shit in their temple, and like raiments and like
Oh, yeah.
masks and
That's
like
probably all packed up.
headdresses and all kinds of gold stuff. All solid gold, like gold that's so pure that you could just bend it if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Cha-ching! The minister, the first of the Quinoat that you talked to, the old one who you talked to, and he introduced you to the chief. He's on board, um, and you hear more gunfire coming from the swamp. Um, um, Pete hasn't come back yet. How long do you want to wait for Pete?
Not too much longer before the gunfire stops.
Looking at your watch. Okay.
Yeah, I put
Yeah.
on my pocket watch.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are just about to push off. It's the last boat. It's just you, the chief. Then there is his 5 main officers, not the sub chief, but his 5 officers are there, and
Okay.
that's it. When you spot Pete, he's got a gun in one hand.
I'm waving him down.
Comes around the side of a building. He's got a Quinoat over his shoulder, like he's dragging this guy. There's all this blood on him, and you see him go, and he goes. He gives a nod, and then he starts heading your way. What are you gonna do? Anything?
Let's.
Or just wait.
Oh yeah,
What
no,
do you
I'm
wanna do?
getting in the boat.
Oh, you're getting in the boat. Okay. The chief shouts something,
Come on.
and 2 of his officers run over, grab the wounded Quinoat scout. Pete's like, "Thanks, engines." And he just once they've got him, he just runs for the boat, and the 2 sailors are getting ready to push off. Pete hops in. He's fiddling with the bullets in his belt. He's reloading. His gun, he stinks of gun smoke. You can smell it from where you're
Oh, yeah.
sitting. He quick reloads. He's like, "These are my last 6." And he slams his Colt 45 shut.
Oh, we have plenty more on board,
Good.
Pete.
And then he like gets to the front of the boat and he aims down the street.
Good.
The officers get the scout he's been shot and he's bloody and he looks badly injured in. Pete's got a lot of blood on him. He says, "Hazard, you're going to have to give me some expenses for my clothes," is what Pete says to you. You push the boat off. They get it turned around and the sailors start rowing. Pete like clumsily climbs to the back of the boat with his gun out. You spot what look like some more natives appear around one of the houses, and Pete's like, "Bang!" Oh, damn. Yeah. Headshot. That guy goes down. 05 is a pretty good roll for Pete.
Yeah, it is. Jesus, that's good for
And then he
anybody.
pulls back the hammer again, um, as you're rowing, and he fires 5 more shots into the village. I don't know if you want to watch. If you want to. Oh, he missed.
I'll watch and say like,
He hit about 3 of them,
what?
but the range is pretty
There's
far.
that.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of them. They're heading. You guys are rowing out as fast as you can. Um, uh, the gunfire, Pete's gunfire actually has kept them from like peaking very much. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's at least more dead bodies there. Uh,
Pete, would you like 9
2 more.
more shots, real quick?
Gimme. He doesn't even look. He's just like reaching. He starts like shooting into the town. You're way out of range, the
Yeah,
bullets. He empties your Lamat.
he's having fun.
He goes, wait a minute. He clicks and he goes, ba-boom, and he blasts with the freaking shotgun, way out of range. He says, "That's not too bad, but it's too heavy for me." And he just kind of hands it back and he lets go. Go ahead and make me a dex check,
Yes,
unless you
check.
to grab it before it just drops to the bottom of the boat, because he's not even looking.
68.
Is that below your dex?
70.
Yeah. You managed to grab it. The barrel's hot. It's still smoking. Those on board the ship can see um, can see much better than Hazard that there are Indians coming from either side of the village, going from house to house. They all appear to be armed, probably with rifles. Y'all are 200 yards offshore. A good rifle will go 100 yards, but they could still hit people at 200 yards. It's just going to be harder for them to hit. Um, Dempsey, the captain is not going to talk to a Mexican, so he has come over to you. He says, "Are you Mr. Hazard's man?"
Uh, I am working with him. Yes.
"Mr. Hazard is still in that boat. What are your orders?" And then he kind of looks over towards one of the cannons that are sitting there.
I would say fire on those that trying to assault them.
He says, "You men, get over here." And 4 men come over. He's like, "Get this thing loaded and fire a few shots into that town. Let's warn them off." And the men are like, "Yes, sir." And they start loading up one of these cannons as Hazard and his crew are coming. There is gunfire from the town
Oof.
towards the boat that Hazard is rowing towards you. He's only halfway. It's about
Staying
100 yards.
low.
Hutton, what is the range on your gun? You have a rifle. I don't know if you want to go
Dempsey.
get it or not. I'm sorry,
Dempsey.
Dempsey. Yeah, we should. I'm gonna change your nickname because we can get rid of Loren Hutton.
For now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sean.
He's gonna go in a. I mean, well,
You heard the shooting earlier.
yeah.
I'll allow you to have gone and gotten your rifle earlier if you wanted. So you'd be on
Well, how
deck
far?
with
How
it.
far? How far away are we roughly?
200
Sorry.
yards from the shore.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna hit him.
What's your range? 80?
80.
So up to range 80 is a normal. Up to range 160 requires a hard success.
Okay.
And then double that again. So
Which is an extreme.
so 320 yards requires an extreme success.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? That's how it works. Your ship
Okay,
isn't
yeah,
moving,
then he
so
would
there's no
go.
other negative modifiers. So it would.
And I assume the Hazard 77 has the same range as the Winchester 73.
The Winchester 76.
76.
Yeah, the 76 has a slightly. I don't. It might be the same. Most
The
of
77, if you have 77, is a range 80.
Okay. Yes, he does. He has your gun. Remember,
Right.
you lent it to him.
Oh, yeah, I lent you mine. Yeah, so
77 has a range of 80. So it'd still
Yes,
be an
it's 80
extreme
range.
success to hit somebody at that range because it's between 160 and 320 yards. But yeah, it would require extreme success. What do you have for?
shooty
He's got
shoots.
he's got a Hazard 77 and a Winchester 73.
But what?
Oh, it's
what's
a
yours?
60.
A 60. So an extreme is going to be a 12 or less. But you
Yep.
could still take some shots. You could even aim. You can aim for a round. That'll
Yeah.
give you bonus die.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
If you want to take shots
Yeah,
at
he
these
would've gone and
Indians who are
grabbed that.
firing back.
Yeah, he'll go grab the hazard.
I'm assuming that you could have already grabbed it. If you wanted, your character could have
Okay,
already gone and
yeah.
grabbed it when you started hearing gunfire once you
I
got
will.
back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my time and try to aim.
Yeah. So give yourself a bonus die.
Yep.
We'll see if you can hit one of these.
Definitely gonna need it.
Well, yeah.
Missed.
Okay. Boom. You fire into the town. A few of the Quinoats see this. They start getting guns around and starting to shoot into town as well. Um, uh, Hazard, make me a luck check.
Do I get shot by friendly fire? Let's find out. No.
You're not going to get shot by friendly fire.
I know.
They've got a lot
No,
of
this
height.
is enemy fire.
There's a lot of height.
Oh, nice. 16.
16, yeah. Bullets slam into the longboat. Nobody on board gets hit. Pete's cursing. He ducks down low. Most of y'all are ducking low. The sailors are still just rowing as hard as they can. But neither of the sailors get hit either. And gunfire starts to erupt from the Sea Ghost. And then you hear a boom of one of those 32-pound cannons. Fires a shell into the village.
That's not a boom. That's a kaboom.
Who wants to roll? Who wants to roll for that?
I could do it.
Heavy weapons. Go ahead, make me roll. Their heavy weapons are not great. It's like a 40 or 50%. I haven't really.
44.
Okay. So we're gonna call that a miss. You see one of the buildings explodes though.
That's a lot of shrapnel
there
wood.
were no Indians real close to it that you could see, but y'all are ducked down, and those watching and shooting from the Sea Ghost do not see any like bodies go flying through the air or anything like that. As these men start to reload one of the 32-pounders that they're aiming in that direction. The captain is yelling to raise anchor. He gets a megaphone. Hazard, you hear, "You men row around the port side," or which way were you coming? "You men row around the starboard side." You hear from the ship. The rowers do not go to the ship. Instead, they go around the front of it, around the front of the Sea Ghost, and the opposite side from shore. A rope ladder has been dropped over that side by a couple more of the sailors. There's another explosion from the 32-pounder. More gunfires coming from the deck towards the shore. Blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of Indians. You can see there's probably over 100 Indians running around inside Dunwater. It's pretty far away, and Hazard, you don't get to you. If you wanted to peek, you could see that. I don't know if you were keeping your head down or not.
Nah, keep head down.
Those of you on board the Sea Ghost can see this. There is ricochets and a few shots come your direction on the Sea Ghost. The captain's just standing there next to the 32-pounder, and he's like, "You may fire and ready," and that kind of thing. Just in the midst of this hail of, well, it's not a hail, but there's a lot of gunfire going back and forth. He turns to his one officer, or his bosun or whatever, and he says, "Tell them to make steam. Once Mr. Hazard is aboard, we will away. Fire!" Another explosion. That kind of thing. Hazard, you climb. Everybody gets out of the boat. They get it on board as quickly as they possibly can, even as the ship is getting underway. Once you're on deck, you're approached by the captain Joseph, who is like, "What is our course, sir?"
Captain!
It is down the coast.
Further down the coast.
Very well. He orders the ship out to sea once again. Actually, he orders the ship to go due west, is what order you hear him give, and they start to maneuver the ship to head
He knows
directly
what he's
away from the coast. Maybe. He's just going to China. Fuck this.
Yeah. I want to talk to the chieftain, though, and say, and how far are we going down the coast? Like, this is just he and I, unless he's got some of his men near him.
It is as far as it was to your village.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. We should get there quickly.
Right now you're heading due west, though, Hazard.
Yeah. If he keeps going west for a while,
Yeah,
Uh,
it looks like
mm,
he is.
yep.
He's
No,
like, Mr. Hazard, you did not tell me that we would be under fire this quickly.
I did not think we would either.
Who are those people?
It looks like a rival Indian tribe.
Hmm.
I would assume the Quaalude.
Yeah,
Or
filthy savages fighting amongst themselves. Where are we going?
maybe. So we're taking these Indians to their homeland, which has been taken by some other
Yes,
things.
Mr. Hazard, where?
I am getting very vague directions for where we're going, but we are being paid very well.
Yes.
I want to say I've already talked to the captain about he's getting clearly more than other
Yeah,
people.
yeah, that's fine.
And I would like you to know beforehand that we will have an announcement here in the next hour or so before we get there on about what we will be facing.
Yes, where are we going, Mr. Hazard? I need a
Our chieftain.
location.
Call the chieftain back over.
Okay, yeah, he comes over.
Now, chieftain, I know you would like to keep this secretive, but can we give our captain here
Yes,
a relatively specific location?
it is south. Again, as far as it
And
was to your village.
so about 10 miles south is what I'm hearing.
Do you expect these people to follow us, Mr. Hazard? He looks towards shore. There are still, like, gunfire, but you're well out of range of any weapon. Except maybe the big guns that are on the ship.
If they followed us this far, I believe they might. So if we do want to head further west and then south and then come back, that
Good,
might
sir.
be paramount.
We'll go out of sight of shore, and then we'll head south. He starts giving orders. He's got a man who is...
I like how patient this guy is.
He looks so pissed off right now. He's got orders with the man who's going to be throwing. I forget what it's called, but there's a device they can throw overboard to see what their speed is, according to the water.
What's the captain's name?
Joseph. Remember?
Captain Joseph.
It's Alvin. Is it Alvin? It is
I thought it
Alva.
was.
Alva. Captain Alva
Yeah, Alva.
Joseph. Alva's Alvah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's fine with him. He just needs to know where to go. It's about 8 miles until we are out of sight of shore. We'll head south then for about 8 more miles, and then we'll head south, and then we'll head west and see where we end up, and see if your
East, you mean.
associate recognizes the shoreline or can give us better instructions from there.
Excellent.
Sean, spot hidden.
All right.
Taking a leak.
Okay. I'm gonna have some water.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I can't. I'm not seeing.
Make me a
shit.
sanity check. But this is
Nope.
just to see if you're startled. That's all it is.
Failed.
You've been watching the shore. It's very quickly receding.
Okay. Yeah.
You're well out of range, so you've stopped shooting. The hazard gun did you keep shooting after that first shot?
Yeah, he would have taken a couple more shots.
Okay, yeah. So the hazard gun seemed like it was a good weapon, and this one's been kept very clean. You turn, you almost run into that little Indian girl again, who just smiles up at you. How tall is your character? Approximately.
6'3".
Okay, so she's probably like
Oh,
5'2"
tall.
or 5'3". She's pretty short.
Yeah. Looking around for one of her fellow tribe.
There's plenty.
Yeah.
Several of them were on deck shooting along with you. Once you started shooting, they started shooting.
Yeah.
A few of them are still loitering, looking around. Most have gone below deck.
I'm looking to one of them, being like, could anyone please tell this young woman that I'm flattered but not interested, and I would like her to leave me alone.
Make me a luck check. Let's see if any of the ones around you speak English.
28 out of 30.
28 out of
Just made
30.
it.
One of them comes over. You recognize him as one of the ones that were in that last boat who came in.
Okay.
There's some blood on him. You don't know how that happened exactly. He just got some blood, like a smear of blood on him. He says, I gotta find this name. Hold on a second. I didn't put it there.
I see my mic lighting up a lot. Tell me if you hear annoying feedback sounds, please.
I haven't noticed.
Oh. I haven't noticed
I
anything.
haven't noticed anything. Yeah.
Cool. Because I know my mic can
Sorry
ear
about this.
pierce people at times.
Here's all the names, except for the one I need. Damn it.
Of course.
Oh, that says firearms. I never named this guy. All right. Here we go. We're just gonna make something up. That is Usti's
Oosties.
daughter. He is the sub chief. And then he turns to her and he says something to her, and her face falls,
Oh.
and her lower lip quivers, and she says something to him, and he just shakes his head, and she looks at you, Sean, and then she reaches under her dress and she pulls something out and she hands it to you. She puts it in. She puts it in your
I'll
hand
put my
and
hand
she
out.
runs away, and you could just. She's like, oh, and she runs away. Whatever it is very heavy. It's a little necklace. It appears to be made of these beads that are metal, a golden metal that is probably solid gold with a larger, thick bead at the end.
Okay.
This thing's heavy. This is a lot of gold that she just handed you. She says she has never met a man so beautiful as you. And then he walks away without another word.
Good. Love it.
And leaves you standing alone with your gun in one hand and this necklace made of solid gold in the other.
Okay.
He's
gonna
I
put
don't
it in his
care.
pocket.
Puts
he's
it
gonna
in
put
the
his
pocket.
Put it in the pocket. Can't be worth that much. Just
Not
solid
really.
gold.
Not really interested in Indians.
And cute Indians. The only woman who ever gave you the time of day.
Yep.
In your whole life. Is racist one of your
Maybe
character
he's not
traits, Sean?
interested in getting married.
He's not racist, but he's not really into him.
He's not really into him.
Not really into Indian.
Oh my god. Let me write his name down.
Subconsciously racist. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding.
Okay. All right, so you go out to sea 8 or 10 miles. The ship turns to the south. Let's check, see what the weather does. Clouds are coming in. The weather's kind of turning a little bit. The sea starts to rise up a little bit as thunder crackles in the distance, thunder and lightning. Rain starts to come down. Most of your few mercenaries that came up on deck to engage in like some shooting at the village go back below. And the most of the Quinoat have retired below as well. Yes, James. Did you have a question?
I'll try to find the chieftain, the chief.
Yes,
and
you
have
can
another
find him.
conversation with him.
Yeah, you can find him.
Preferably away from people.
You have to ask around a little bit. The There's the steam line. Most of the Quinoat have been placed down in some of the uh, uh, let's see, in some of the storerooms, which don't have a lot of stores. You know what I mean? There's some
Mhm.
provisions on board. You could last you guys probably a week or two, if you're not too, uh, if you don't eat too much, um, and that kind of thing. But there are definitely empty chambers, large cargo areas that are for the most part empty down below. They've mostly been placed in those. You find him amongst his people. Some of them are getting sick, obviously unused to the weather
Yeah.
inside a ship. Um, Others are holding up pretty well. You know that they're in various places down on the lowest decks. The ghouls are in one of these big storage rooms as well, down below decks. You know that. The serpent people up in cabins up above. But yeah, you can find them, and you find the
Perfect.
chief. Yes, are we there?
We are not. We're not there yet, but I did want to clear something up with you that's been niggling at my mind. But
What?
you're very cautious and close with this location. But are you gonna be fine leaving us to sail on home afterwards?
Yes.
Well, perfect. Well, actually, let's do a psychology. Let's
Do a
just not trust
psychology,
people's
sure.
words.
All right.
He sounded honest, but 05. That is an
05.
extreme.
No, you don't think he's being honest with you?
Oh, okay. Nice. Um, Jesus, that was a good roll.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
I can't hear you, James.
To my
Say that
oh,
again.
sorry.
No, you're go again.
Trying to recall back to my like little Dagon thing that we did, and that
Yeah.
was to not give away their position, right?
You can't reveal their secrets.
Can't reveal their secrets.
Right.
Nice. Okay. Just wanted a refresher on that.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to. Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Anything
that's
else?
great news. And is there a way for us to possibly earn even more gold from your wonderful tribe?
Possibly. But we must first retake our homeland.
Oh, of course, of course. Got to do one job before we get another one.
Yes. Exactly.
Perfect. All right. And you enjoy the...
Do you need a woman for the night?
should be fine, but thank you for offering.
Very well.
I was going to see if I couldn't talk to Miss
Miss Dammit.
Desmond,
Desmond.
again
Okay.
later tonight.
I heard that,
But,
and that's all I heard. Ah. The serpent woman. She is not to be trusted.
well, she seems rather delightful.
Oh, but everything she seems is an illusion and a lie. Look at her in the light. Look at her shadow.
I will. All right.
Okay. And you leave. All right, so it took about an hour or so before you turn to south. It takes another hour. Heading south before the captain orders you to go inland. You guys have time. If you want to do anything in between there, let me know. Yeah, I mean, I'm giving you like time passes,
no.
but you have plenty of time to do stuff in that time if you want to.
Yep. And it's the worst part because I'll be proving the shaman right.
What?
If we just end up killing all of them,
Yeah,
on the boat. No.
And they're heavily armed.
They are. Yeah.
There are probably more of them than there are of y'all right now. Or
Yeah.
it's very evenly matched.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna look for. Sorry, guys, if y'all want to do stuff too, there's just
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of stuff I'm doing while we're sailing. Sadly,
No, I
if it's only another 10
Fernando right
miles,
now is just hanging along for the ride. So
if it's only another 10 miles or so, maybe a little more than that, it's only going to be a couple hours. Your guess,
Okay,
2
good.
to 3 hours tops. Especially if you're going out, down, and then back in. It's about maybe 3 hour. It's a 3 hour tour. The weather started
Oh
getting
God.
rough. And suddenly you're stuck on Gilligan's
Uncle
Island with all these
Gilligan.
fish
No.
people. Oh
I'm gonna
no,
make a
that's the
radio out of a
twist!
coconut.
Good. Turns out
I
we're
guess
just playing one of those games. But no, I'm gonna go find Miss Desmond.
You know where her room is. You
Yep.
knock. One of the men answers. He kind of gives you just this cold, dead look,
Is
and
Miss
then
Desmond.
he does one of these as he goes back into the room. He just leaves the door open, and then she shows up, and very quickly after that, she says, "Oh, Mr. Hazard, it's a bit rough to go for a walk on the deck at this time, don't you think?"
Oh no, no. I would just like a private conversation with you if you
Oh,
don't
of
mind.
course. She takes your arm, closes the door behind her. Um, there are like there's like a um, let's see. I've got several maps of this ship. There's like a lounge kind of an area towards the back of the ship. Um, on one of these maps that you could use. That there's probably nobody in there right now.
Gotcha. Is it my room private?
Oh yeah, you can take her to your room. Graves is staying with you. You don't know if he's in there or not at this juncture.
Gotcha.
You've been running around trying to get stuff done.
Yep. I'll go in there
Yeah, no, he's
with
not
her.
there. He's not there right now.
Perfect.
He's Oh, there goes Sean's camera again.
And he's on the green.
He's just green. Sean, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. We can hear you. We just can't see you.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
might just have to restart his camera like I do.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Um.
James. What do you want to talk to her about? Oh, Mr.
So-
Hassard, you're so forward. Taking a young lady into your cabin. Oh dear. You are a bad man.
Well, Miss Desmond, as flattering as that is, um, well, sorry. Well, okay, no, that makes sense. I'm moving on from that.
That's fine.
I actually needed to talk with you about mutual friends.
We have mutual friends.
I would assume so. You like the Quinoat, right?
Oh, they're filthy, horrible creatures. But yes, we've agreed to work with them.
And if it doesn't bother you for me to ask, what are they giving you in return?
We've already discussed this, Mr. Hazard. Certain esoteric knowledge and potential alliance in the future for whenever we need possibly some low-born soldiers or that kind of thing.
Makes sense. But, were you given any other instructions besides attacking the worms?
No.
Say,
We're just to help with cleanup and and to use our technology to its best advantage. But we made certain also that we would not be leading in the fight. We will be in the back ranks.
Definitely my
To
people would lead.
More support than front rank infantrymen.
Yes, yes. Now, when you say clean up,
Oh yes, any injured we will eliminate of the opposing side, and simply make sure that none of the Yugya escape, if possible, and general support of them with our weaponry.
understandable. But besides the payment and future working together, how do I say this?
Oh, there's a nice side.
They don't seem all too trusting of us white folk.
Oh, they shouldn't be untrusting of you. After all, they were gone long before you came and ran the Indians off of their lands. But you're all the same to me. Just different breeds of the same monkeys. And she giggles at that. Like she like passes that off as a joke.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like, ah, yes,
Yeah.
I could see that. Um,
Oh, here's their weaponry. Ooh. Go ahead, I'm still listening. I'm just double checking.
is there esoteric knowledge with them or in their head? Do you know?
Well, some of it remains at their homeland.
Oh, where we're going?
Yes. They've brought some with them. The shamans, of course, managed to escape with much paraphernalia. I'm sure you saw some of the crates they were bringing. Their religious artifacts. They were run out of the place, and
Mhm.
they brought those things. But there were many other things that they also had uh, that they expect to recover from the Yugya and the
Interesting.
Yugs. At least that is what they are hoping to do.
Understood. Now, you don't need. Once we get there, they do not really have much of a use to you, except for that future dealings part,
Oh,
right?
yes, and the esoteric knowledge that they're going to give to us.
Oh, yes, but that will be at their homeland, whether they're there or not, correct?
Perhaps. Or
Hmm.
they've brought it with them. It might be here aboard the ship, for
Be
all
right
I know.
back.
Say again?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Finley wants something.
What are you getting out of all this?
I'm getting rather handsome payment of gold, but
Oh. Yes, that makes sense.
I, I have a feeling that they might try to not let us leave once we're there to protect their
Well, I
secrets.
warned you about that.
Yes, but so I just wanted to clear with you and yours that you have been delightful to me,
Of course.
and if something were to break out between the two of us,
Mm-hmm.
not y'all, us and the
You and the Quinoat?
Quinoat,
Oh, yes.
if that were to happen, would y'all pick a side or step back?
It depends. What can you offer us, Mr. Hazard?
Sadly, I can't offer you esoteric knowledge.
Oh, no,
I
no, of
can.
course not.
I would not mind future dealings with you.
Mm. But you want to make the profit off of those future dealings. What will you offer
I would like
us?
some profit, of
What
course.
will you offer us?
What are things you need?
We need access to some of your highest leaders in the United States: president, vice president, generals. Could you offer us
Huh.
that, Mr. Hazard?
So you need a meeting with them, or you
Yes,
need
a
to.
meeting would be adequate. A meeting that could take several days.
Okay,
Is this something that you could possibly do as a
several
man of
days.
wealth? 3
I,
days, maybe?
3 days?
Yeah,
Let's see.
nothing more than that. A conference, perhaps.
We could probably work that out, yeah.
That could be very valuable to us.
Now, of course, y'all seem to be doing well in the arms department,
Hmm.
but from our last conversation, we can't really use any of yours too well because they'll make us sick, is what you said.
Oh, yes. They are quite powerful. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't worry about those right now.
Understandable. But yes, I will make sure no one looks y'all's direction if anything goes down.
Oh, very good.
And I would love to be able to work with you in the future.
Oh, I'm sure we will, Mr. Hazard. One way or another.
I always love snakes.
Oh, you flatter me. She gets up and she kind of like does, like this to her dress. Uh, and she gives you a curtsy. And she says, I must get back to my people. You can make me another spot hidden, James. I'm going to need a hard success. You're really not looking for anything in particular? As she, like, skips out of your room.
What? I don't think that's 47. Oh, you said spot, though?
Hard success for spot hidden, yes.
I need a 37.
You're too distracted.
Close.
Because as she opens the door, Graves is there, like, coming in. He's like, oh, excuse me. And she goes, Mr. Graves. And she kind of, like, slips by him in the doorway instead of waiting for him to back away. He kind of looks after her, and he comes in and closes the door, and you see him kind of shudder. Like, yeah.
Good.
Like that. And then he comes into the room. He says, we're well underway, Mr. Hazard. So if there's anything else that you want to do, James, on this trip?
I'll definitely get with Fernando and Dempsey.
Yeah, you could easily do that. The two of them are sharing a room, I believe.
And I'll get with Pete. And
Pete's probably sharing a room with Jim Bat.
Yep,
you
with
guys are
Jim.
kind of doubling all up. Okay.
Yeah.
And Graves, you want the whole crew there?
Oh, yeah, no, Graves. Definitely Graves.
Okay, are you just going to invite them to your cabin to talk? Or what
Yeah.
are you gonna do? Yeah, okay. So,
We're going
Dempsey,
to toast in my cabin.
what? You want to have a...
I'm inviting everyone for a toast. Just
okay.
those people I mentioned.
Yeah. Pretty much everybody, all the the major NPCs who have names. Not Cunningham?
Oh, yes, definitely Cunningham.
Okay, yeah. Don't forget he's there, too. Yeah,
He'll be very
in.
slighted.
He'll probably listen at the
he'd
door.
find out later, but...
Yeah, okay, everybody's there. It takes, 5 or 10, maybe 15 minutes to assemble everybody, to knock at their doors, and unless y'all are trying to avoid Hazard for whatever reason.
Nope.
Good.
Yeah,
But yes,
so you guys are all together.
Pour people drinks.
Is this all, like, really early into the trip? Hazard is still while you're heading... Do you want this to be all this stuff
Still
happening while you're still heading west?
Before we head south.
Yeah, it could. It easily could happen in the first hour.
Sweet. Okay, good.
You
Well,
pour drinks, you pour
gentlemen.
whiskey for everybody then? Some of your good stuff? And
in
tumblers and... Okay.
a
Everybody's
nice
got a
bourbon
drink
all around.
that anybody who wants them has them. And Pete's like, oh... He kicks back. He's putting his feet up on the furniture and all kinds of shit.
And as I'm passing him, like he was the last cup, I just leave the bottle there.
He just gives you a wink and points at you.
But
he'll take it.
Well, gentlemen, we'll do the toast first, and then we'll get down to some more pressing business. To everything going smoothly.
But not too smoothly, am I right? And Pete takes a big swig.
Oh, it won't be, Pete. Don't you worry.
Good. I'm looking forward to doing some killing. Especially some of these horrible, stinking Indians.
Oh, Graves. Actually, if you don't mind just standing outside of the doorway and making sure no one is trying to eavesdrop.
Yes, sir. He goes outside. He puts his glass down and goes outside.
And I'll let you know afterwards.
Yes, sir.
So, gentlemen, I've gathered y'all over here because it has come to my attention that there's a fairly high chance that our associates will not want us to leave after we get there. Now,
That's Pete.
yeah. So, Pete, that's where you can have your fun.
I will.
I do want us to still clear out their place, but afterwards, it's sounding like we might have to clear them out afterwards. Now, I understand that's gonna be challenging. But hopefully, while we're dealing with all the large worms that we'll be killing, hopefully they start transporting their goods off the boat with themselves, and it'll be shooting fish in a barrel. Now that's hoping for the best, of course. We still need to plan for the worst. So I am open to ideas. We could just set up and mow down the room they're staying in now, but I believe the snake people will promise some goods on on their property. And I actually have not met with the ghouls yet, but I will have a meeting with their leader here after this. Anyone have any thoughts? They know.
It's too bad we didn't know about this earlier. Maybe we could have talked to the Quaalude to watch our backs.
Wait, this rings a bell, Hazard. Jimenez has mentioned this before. Oh,
I had to reset again.
just me.
Say, did I? Like, I don't know whether I did mention that or that. I don't think I knew any of that other information, so I never brought it up.
No, you thought Hazard was going to do a double cross on the Quinoat with the Quaalude. When you followed him.
That's right. When I tailed him to their village.
You were kind of like, are you going to betray these people? And now you're thinking, well, shit, we got to betray these people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did not speak to them on anything because they seemed a little uptight, and the whole thing that we did with the swearing to Dagon or whatever had me a little creeped out, because I don't know what a secret is defined as, but if we kill them, they don't have any more secrets.
Yeah. Wow, that's genius. That's Pete.
Hey, there it goes.
Hey, yay.
You can
I like
see my
how-
lovely face.
I like how yours bumped mine down. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I've been noticing a lot of these. Does yours just say M dot 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 for me in the corner of my little camera? If you like put
No.
your what do you call it? Put your cursor over the thing.
No, yours says Max_writer for me.
Huh. That's so weird. I don't know why it's doing that. I've noticed that before. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Check this.
But with some of the goods they brought on board, well, that's going to make up for all the effort we're about to put forth.
Stop.
Well,
I can't hear you again now, James. Oh, he's back. He's gone.
okay.
Frustration.
There you go. That's okay. That's okay. I figured
But
I'd
no,
work around. I hate workarounds, but that's my life, so workarounds.
I'm going to just keep the camera off and see
That's
if that
fine.
helps.
That's fine. If you're having problems, yeah.
But does anybody have any wondrous ideas?
Blast them with them cannons.
Oh, all means once they're off the boat. But
Hazard, I don't believe you've told anybody about your special crates either.
oh yeah, I do have a surprise for them. I was hoping to use it against the monstrosities, but I might have to set it up against them. But I've got myself one of the Hazard revolving guns.
What the hell's that? Dempsey
It's
and Jimenez can make an idea check, an intelligence check. See if they've heard of this.
Oh, Finley Benley.
Finley's.
what about Jim Bat?
No, Jim
Would
Bat probably
Jim Bat-
did. Jim Bat did a ton of research about your company before he came up here. He knows all.
Oh, so he definitely knows.
Regular
Okay.
success.
Nice.
Okay. What about Jimenez?
I failed.
Okay. So Dempsey, you know this is the Hazard version of the Gatling gun.
Something's lost in
Are you
translation.
talking about the Big Willie?
Yes. Thank you, Sean. Points.
He gets
I'll
very
give you
dissatisfied face because I've got my camera off.
dissatisfied face from
Yeah,
Hazard.
yeah. It's just yes, other people have termed it as such, but that is not
if
what's
he-
on the label.
What the hell is that? Is it a cannon? That double cannon?
It's a crank gun.
Oh, like a Gatling gun.
Yes, like the Gatling
Wait,
gun.
it's called a Big Willie? He's looking at you, Dempsey.
That is what the men who fought in the war named it.
Wait, isn't your
Yeah.
name William Hazard?
It sure is.
He starts laughing, takes another nice
and it's just
pours
like a
himself
sigh.
another big
Just
drink.
a big old sigh right there.
He drinks it down.
It is a.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I've never seen this version of a Gatling gun fire, but I have seen the Gatling gun.
I've heard about it. Puts it like 100 shots in a minute. In a second. No, he says a second. 100 shots a second. Right?
It can make 2 or 3 men equal to 50 in no time.
Oh, I like that. That doesn't sound very precise, though. He pats his piece. Unlike some weaponry.
It definitely takes a certain level of understanding and experience to use them properly.
I'll have to figure on that, see if I like it or not.
You'll be able to see it during this.
Ooh, all right.
Something tells me you will like it.
I don't know. I gotta think about that. You gotta look a man in his eye when you shoot him down. Gotta see the
Oh,
fear in
this
his
is-
face.
Very stationary piece of equipment.
Yeah, it's got a decent range though too, I believe. So
Yeah, 100.
yeah, 100
It's for
yards.
the rifle.
Yeah, so it's no, you're not looking a man in the eye. You're hoping he's 100 yards away,
Yeah.
and you're just going and just spraying everything.
Dodge 20 times for me.
Yeah. So yeah, you could say that, but you know that it's not it's not like a Pete obviously favors the handgun.
Yeah.
So because you got to be close enough to see somebody that you shoot.
And the specific rules say, I believe too, just before we get to combat, even though it shoots 20 rounds every round, it can shoot up to that. I can only hit 15 times because it's your extreme of your machine gun
Yeah,
stat.
I'll have to look the rules up for that because you have a certain number of times you can fire as a burst. The rules are a little complicated.
It's
but they're
1
not
to
too
20.
bad. Right. So we'll figure it out. I don't think
Sure.
you're not going to get to use it tonight. We're already at 9:00 and we haven't even.
Oh my
gotten
god, yeah.
So
Yeah, you're right.
I figured we were going to end the game once you guys arrive.
Yeah.
And yeah. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, Pete's figuring. He's thinking on that.
Poison
You know,
would have been so useful.
I do have
Say that
another
again.
idea how we could handle the Quinoat. Maybe
Shoot
if
'em.
we took out some of their leaders, we wouldn't have to kill them all.
No. Now, when we start, it's the shamans first.
Oh,
Everything else
yeah,
is
yeah.
secondary. After I saw my man's arm get twisted with some words and get untwisted the same, we don't want that happening to any of us.
Who would do such a thing?
Yeah,
Aloysius.
Fernando wasn't there.
Oh wait, it
Uh,
wasn't Aloysius, was it? No, it was that. Yeah, okay.
it was, I got his name
It
too,
was
but
that. It was that Confederate guy that you set free.
Kildare.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep an eye on him.
All right. Oh, I love it when a plan doesn't come together, don't you?
Yeah.
He said sarcastically.
Matt's obviously thinking about it pretty hard too.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Cunningham just looks nervous. He's like, well, if you had a deal with these people, what possible motive could they have for not allowing us to leave?
the location we're going, he's still not even being specific. And I
He was
asked
pretty
him.
specific, actually, James.
Oh,
He was pretty
yes,
specific. I mean, they don't really use miles and stuff
yeah,
like that, so you can
but
still
yeah,
say that. But he was
he's
fairly
being
specific.
very cloistered about this spot,
Hmm.
and he is not. He's making it seem like he's not going to let us go after we help him.
Well, where is it?
It's about the place we were just at. It's
That was the
another.
village of Dunwater.
Yes, it's another trip south on the coast from that, from Saltmarsh,
It's about 20
Dunwater,
miles.
and then the same amount, 10 miles down.
Huh.
But with
I don't
everything
have a
I'm
map
seeing,
with me, but the why, unless I'm mistaken, Cunningham says that's that's on the Quinault reservation. They have the land about 20 miles south of Saltmarsh.
well, if we don't see monsters, we can just fire on these people immediately. Because I did not sign all these men up to gun down innocent Indians.
No, I'm just I that's he's kind of he doesn't know what to make of that. Cunningham has no idea what to make of that, but he knows the reservation is about 20 miles south of Saltmarsh. It's a good-sized
Mm.
territory in the county south of Jefferson County, which is south of Clallam, uh, uh, yeah, Clallam County, which is where Saltmarsh lies within. Sawamish County. He thinks that's where the reservation is.
Huh.
That's and some of those Indians that were attacking the village or that were coming out. I saw through the portal. Were coming from the south. I mean, they came from every direction, I guess. So that doesn't really mean
Okay,
anything.
that's helpful. Dang. Well, we might go with Plan B,
That'd be
which
Plan
is
C. Plan C. We're on out to
yeah,
sea.
Plan C. You
Maybe
are
D
correct.
even. I'm been keeping that close track.
But yeah, we. Let me talk to Raphael, who is. He's the leader of the ghouls, the
Ugh.
dog people.
Ugh. Ugh. That's what Pete says. Blah. James froze on this grin.
Oh, good, excellent. Look at that smile. I just turned that
I
off.
think that's hilarious. Should have left it.
But let's see what they're getting out of it, because I don't know what they can do, but I feel like I don't want to find out what they can do to their enemies. If I am the enemy, of course. But, if y'all don't mind working on, work on figuring out a idea that might be good to use in this cluster of a situation.
Well, we're supposed to leave the ship to go get this place, right? Oh, James, you broke up. Nope, nothing. There's nothing. Can you hear us? We lost James.
It was lighting up like it was working.
There we go. It was lighting up, but it was all.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
it
weird.
sounded like you were taking your finger and rubbing it across the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
Gross. One more sec.
Shoot, what was I gonna say? Okay, so Pete
Okay.
brings up, well, we're leaving the ship to go to their place to kill all these monsters, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the ship is the safety.
Oh. Okay. Well, then
We
this will
just
be
turn the
much.
ship around and be ready to go.
Yeah, no. If we line all our cannons
Oh,
and the hazard revolving gun, as soon as we start departing, we could just get rid of them all in one go.
I like the way you think, Hazard. That's Pete again. You're not sure if
Yeah.
that's a compliment or not.
Yeah, it's something.
It's something.
But yep. Let me get with Raphael.
Okay.
But yep, keep this to yourselves, please. I would like to not get shot in the back.
That's the worst place to get shot. Except maybe the head.
Much. We'll be fighting soon.
Oh, Pete looks very anxious, very, very happy about that.
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna go look for the ghouls in their
Yep.
their area.
Ghoul time.
Their area stinks.
Yeah, it
It
does.
is nasty. They have apparently brought some snacks with them. Give me another sanity check for your next encounter with
Gross.
the ghouls. I don't believe you've lost
Snacky
any points
ghouls.
to these guys.
I've lost one to them.
Oh, nice,
But
okay.
I did.
Did you succeed?
Oh, 60. Oh no, 64 out of 63. That one
Bam.
ghoul from before
5
messed me up.
points. You lose
Holy
5
shit.
points. This also
3,
maxes you
4,
out for the
5.
ghouls because that gives you
Yep.
6. So you don't have to worry about ever, at least during this whole thing. You're fine. Gonna be fine with them. But I
Okay.
need an intelligence check. You want to fail it, or else you go temporarily insane. I don't.
That's gonna be harder.
know. I haven't got my main book. I got to get it.
Well, thankfully, 100
You rolled 100.
is always a fail.
You're like, it's
also-
fine. It's fine.
I was like
It's-
00.
It's
Uh-oh.
fine. It's fine. It's 5 points.
Oh,
20%.
I just started sweating
It's 5
profusely.
points, 20% of your total sanity right now.
It is not.
Okay, then you don't get an indefinite insanity. Hold
Right?
on a second, I gotta grab. Oh no, you didn't go temporarily insane. I don't need the other book yet. Okay. Yeah, and there's a lot of them in there. There's 20 of them. They're eating meat right off the bone.
Yep.
You recognize one of them has got somebody's leg.
Yeah, and I remember the other one talking about eating people.
Yep. It stinks in here, rotten smell. This is not like, it's not like they just killed somebody and they are eating them. This meat is really old, like weeks old, possibly. You should have brought Dempsey. He could probably tell you better how long these people have the bits and pieces have been dead.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's an
Good.
undertaker. He's seen a lot of this kind of stuff. But you didn't. You came alone. So you're like, oh god, the stench is terrible. You could probably pull a handkerchief out, put it over your mouth if you want. It might be rude.
Oh, yeah,
Up to you.
definitely.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'll do that still.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It might be rude, but they should understand that it smells
Yeah.
to people.
They just look at you as you come in and close the door behind you. They're all these eyes are staring at you. The light's very low. There's just a couple candles lit. It's very dark in the
I'm
room.
looking for Raphael.
One of them does like this towards the back of the room, unfortunately. So you have to kind of go through all these other ghouls. Uh, yeah, there's body parts that they're just mowing down on. It looks like they were sitting around and just chit chatting it up. Like a tea
Nice.
party, but with
Cool.
corpses. Raphael, you recognize him. He's back
Yep.
there. They've divested themselves of their clothing and
Oh, of course.
the blankets while they're in here.
It's
Uh,
not comfortable.
yes, you're the hazard, aren't you?
Yes,
Wait, you did
yes.
introduce yourself. So yes, he says Mr. Hazard. Or no, he just says Hazard. How can we help you?
Oh, yes, Raphael. I was
We
wondering
have we have not
if
arrived
I
yet, have
could
we?
have a word with
Yeah,
you.
you don't have to cover your mouth. We know you're doing it. Oh, my back.
Somewhere private. Is that possible?
We have no secrets here.
All right. Um, then, if I may be so inclined, or if you would be so inclined, could I ask you about what the Quaalude are giving you, or Quinoat?
The Quinoat. They've promised us all the bodies of the fallen. The dead
Hmm,
we will take with us. They have also promised us that should we need to come into this world through a portal to their land, to their home, that we can use it. And we can come through that portal, and that they will allow us to return, to come and go as we please, if we so desire. We have also, if more bodies appear later, they will save them for us.
it's a mighty fine deal.
Ah, yes. It is a good deal. We also, my people here hate the Yagya. They are disgusting, filthy, horrible, nasty creatures. And the Yugs are
And
not much better. We have had difficulties with them in the past.
all right. Now, uh, if you don't mind me asking, how much do you know about the Yugs? Are they waterbound?
They, the Yagya and the Yugs can breathe underwater or in the air.
Hmm,
The Yugs are terribly dangerous. Massive things, very large, size of a cow or larger. Nasty teeth. They can cast spells. They are quite dangerous.
interesting.
They make deals with certain people.
What
Those
kind of
deals
deals would they make
require
with you?
sacrifice, but they are masters of the bottom of the sea and can offer riches and magic to those who deal with them. The red bargain is what they call it.
Hmm. I would assume for the sacrifice bit.
It requires much sacrifice. They corrupt mankind.
Hmm. So not good is what I'm hearing.
However you prefer to say it, yes.
Uh,
So we were offered dozens of probable bodies. There will be casualties, and they are ours.
interesting. And are you part of the Vanguard or?
The vanguard. We are the ones who are willing to help them.
Oh, are you on point or who's going in first?
I believe the Quinoat and the men, because they have so many numbers. We will be mixed amongst them and
All
do as
right.
much damage as we can to the Yugya and the Yugs. We will not gather bodies until after the fighting is over. We can wait.
All right. And Uh,
He's got a very
a,
Italian accent, by the way, too. I'm not
a
doing a very good
body.
job of it right now.
Gotcha. Clearly, y'all eat the dead. Is that y'all's primary and almost only concern?
Well, we we have other studies and concerns, as you put it. But for today, we are here to kill and to take home food.
All right. And would you like to make another deal with me for other dead bodies? Or am I being a little too
Perhaps.
presumptuous?
No. You are not a mortician. You do not own a graveyard.
I
You.
do know an undertaker, though.
Oh. Would he provide the bodies?
Uh, yes. In this current arrangement, if I don't get another undertaker, he would be the man that would do the delivering.
Ah. Yes, there is the potential there. If you are willing to work with us, we could
All
give
right.
you riches or magic.
Well, to be honest, both of those sound tantalizing.
Ah.
Uh, I do recognize the use of muscle too, though.
Mm.
Would that possibly be on offer?
Well, it would depend on what you are wanting it for. We cannot show ourselves, obviously, in your cities and towns.
Oh, of
Your
course.
people would hunt us down. We would prefer if you keep the secret of our existence. You know
Oh,
more
by all
than
means.
anyone else here about us.
Yeah, sadly, you will be seen by many a people,
They will
but
still not know what we are or why we are here.
oh, of course, yo, I can definitely keep all the specifics in my hat.
Please do. We hear many things. We know many things. We are present not only in the real world, but often in the dreams that men have. It would be
Interest.
bad to betray us. So if you merely keep silent about what you know about us, it is enough. We can live and
All
let
right.
live
Oh, perfectly.
until you die, and then we will eat you.
Understandable. Um,
But it is the natural order of things. You seem almost a natural to potentially join us someday. We don't
uh,
all. I was
you're
once a man much like you, a priest, in fact, who
interesting.
found another religion. It is not a difficult matter. If you wish to live forever, as we do.
That is a very tantalizing offer,
Mm.
but I definitely would love to stay in contact with you because later on in my years, I would more than likely like that option.
Ah, well, William Hazard, we know your name. We can find you.
Excellent. Now, if I would like to get in contact with y'all, how would I go about?
Ah, well, if we did come to an agreement, an arrangement, there are certain spells that you could use to contact us, to call us.
Ah, okay. It's magic. That makes sense. I don't see any books around.
He taps his forehead.
Ah,
Or, yeah, he taps his temple, sorry, not his forehead. No.
hmm. Would I be able to write it down real quick?
Oh, it will be an arrangement we can come to later, once all of
All
this is
right.
resolved. He basically, James, out of character. He's gonna have to. Someone is gonna have to teach you,
Yes. Yeah.
which means
Okay.
repeated
Gotcha.
contact with a
Yep.
ghoul for a week or so, and
Yep.
so fun.
Ah. Yeah.
But
No.
that's out
No.
of character. That's out of character. Your character doesn't know
Yeah.
what it entails
No.
yet, but he probably will eventually if he
Yes.
wants
Yes.
to. All right.
Um. I'm just trying to work around. Now, how important is this portal to you?
It is another way we can enter the world from our own world, the
Uh,
world of
i-
dreams.
is that difficult? Do y'all need multiple entryways?
We have them, but it would be another one. And with the
How
bodies and other things, it is enough.
how bad would it be if the portal portion of that did not work out?
Well, the Quinoat have promised. And I do not see a force this large failing against what they have said lies within their home now. I do not believe the Yugya are relatively rare. There can't be more than. We must outnumber them at least 2 to 1 with your men, the Quinoat, ourselves, and the cold blooded ones.
Okay.
It is my guess. It is merely a guess. But from what the Quinoat have said, it is probably accurate.
And because I don't see any weapons upon you, I would assume you would use your
He does like
claws and
this.
teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some fucking nasty ass claws on these boys. They're long, black, probably at least an inch, maybe an inch and a half long. They look sharp. If you think of like a mole, how they
Yeah.
dig, it's kind of like that.
Okay, so it's
Um,
kind of curved a little bit,
yes, they
so they
have
can dig better.
very sharp teeth. Remember, they've got like a dog's muzzle, very sharp
Yeah.
teeth. You can see them as they rip the flesh off of this rotten flesh off of these bones. That their teeth are very sharp. Um,
And
we do not need more than this, though some of us know magic.
what about protection? Y'all don't seem to wear anything.
He like slaps his chest and he says, "Our skin is tough. It must be. We
All right.
sometimes eat ghasts. They are quite delicious.
They
And
eat
the
what?
ghasts, he says, and the
Oh,
gugs of our homeland are nasty fellows. But enough of us can take them down if need to be. You've never heard these. You've never
yeah.
heard
It's
of
just like,
gugs. You don't know what the fuck
okay.
he's talking about.
Well, I will make sure none of my men fire at y'all.
It is fine. We know who our allies are. And if need be, we will kill some of yours if they go mad and attempt to attack us.
It
If
would be regretful,
need
but
be.
understandable.
Very
I
good, William
hired,
Hazard.
I hired the greedy, not the loyal.
I see. Is that where this
Yeah,
conversation
that
pretty much ends? You find your
you
way out
have
of it?
a,
Yeah, okay.
a wonderful meal, and I will see y'all later.
Indeed. Good luck.
Walk.
I hope you survive.
I do as well.
Okay.
Takes a boat with all the gold and leaves everyone.
He's rolling away. Thanks, everybody. Good luck.
Good luck
Okay.
storming the castle.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
exactly. Anything else, James?
Ah, so rough.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit happening here.
When we're starting to get close to shore, I guess I'd get my boxes onto the top deck to start setting up.
Okay, you set your Gatling gun up. Um, yeah, it's probably gonna be about 3 hours from the time you left Dunwater. You're fairly
Yeah.
certain you probably lost the Qualoot. Some of them might have been able to follow you in canoes, but they would have been spotted. The captain has binoculars, field glasses.
Yeah.
He's been keeping a lookout. The storm. Let's see what the storm does by the time you get back. No, the storm's still pretty bad, but it's still daylight. So um,
So
as you
coming in from the sea.
yeah, it came in from the sea. It's just solid rain now. There's no thunder or lightning, but it's just pouring. But you still have a pretty good range of view. Um, as you approach the shore, what you can see, and you've set your Gatling gun up. Which did you want to put it on where did you want to set it up? It's on a
Oh yeah.
cart. Remember, that's supposed to be moved by horse. But four men could grab and move it around, and you could put it anywhere you want, and then move it at that point without
I
too
want
much
to put it
difficulty.
in between two of the 32s
On the front or the back?
on the back, in between the 32s, near where it says coal.
Near where it says coal.
That way I
Which
could
map are you
run
looking
over
at?
to the 9-inch real quick to help with that if needed.
Hold on. Let me see. I see vent, steering platform, horse block, coal.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're not gonna have a very good field of fire from there. You know what I mean? You'll be able to shoot side to side, but you're not gonna be able to shoot aft too easily. Plus, you still there, James? Hello. I don't
Apparently
think
not.
James is there. Yeah, there you go. You
I
back?
could hear you the whole time. I
That's
can
okay.
always.
Okay, so
Can't hear me,
I
okay?
see what you're saying. Right in the area where it says engine room skylights with barred glass. Is that the area you're talking about?
Engine skylight?
Yeah. Which map are you looking at? You looking at this one that I just sent? That says CSS Alabama.
I thought he was talking about like near the rail or whatever, near like
Yeah,
coal.
near the railing.
Oh, okay. So these.
Yeah, one of those. Whichever side's going to point towards the shore. There we
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. You guys are heading. You don't know yet. You won't know yet. But it's not too. It's. You can grab sailors or some of your mercenaries and.
And just move it around.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be too hard to move. It's not a cannon, and it's on wheels. So.
Yeah, it's definitely lighter than a cannon.
So what you're seeing is they're approaching, and some of the Quinoat have come up on deck, including the chief and the chief shaman, and a few others. Um, Sean, make me spot hidden. Did you make it?
Missed it by one.
Okay, no worries.
No.
Oh wait, actually, Jimenez and Hazard can make a spot hidden too. It's more important to Sean, but maybe one of you will notice.
Oh, 08.
I failed.
Let's keep
I
rolling
failed.
O's. Let's go.
Sean's putting Jack Daniels in. He don't care anymore.
I got extreme on that one.
All right, so did you notice one of the chief's men, and you think it's like it might be the sub chief? You're not sure. You haven't really gotten to know many of the Quinoat except for like a couple, two or three in charge, and
Yeah.
one of them just glares at Dempsey, just like gives him the fucking "I want to kill your ass" look.
Oh no.
Okay? So you just happen to notice that he's just like, and it's kind of hard to tell because he's got these oversized eyes and everything, but
Yeah.
he looks pissed. Dempsey doesn't even notice or doesn't pay attention or doesn't care. It's hard to tell which.
I'll probably walk to Dempsey to let him know.
You're gonna do it right this second, or
No, at this
Yeah, okay.
moment.
no? Okay. So what you're seeing is, and what the chief points out to you is your destination is this large rock outcropping that goes up and is kind of like pointed at the top. I don't think that there is. Yeah, there's no side view of this, but it's just this big ass large outcropping of rock, probably 100 150 yards on a side, and you can see what appears to be a rough stone bridge has been built between this outcropping that comes straight up out of the water and the shore. Um,
There's like a little bridge?
yeah, there's like a bridge that connects it to the land. Um,
Where if any
here's kind of
child
an
saw it.
idea. Kind of an idea. Ignore the top one. Ignore any of the words on this too, because this is for D&D. Can you see that? Is that very clear?
You gotta hold it still for a minute because it gets pixely when it's that
Okay,
close.
hold on.
1 sec.
How's that? I need to.
Yeah,
It looks,
I think I can see enough of
it
it to
looks
tell.
kind of like that. You
Yep.
guys are actually approaching from the. Uh, let's see. We're gonna say that instead of it's actually this direction. You know what I mean? Like it's sticking out from the shore from the
Yes.
east instead of
Yes.
from the north. Um,
So it's going to be on our
well,
left or port
well,
side. Is that port?
it's. We're gonna say you're. That is gonna be to the north. But as you approached, you came to a spot of land that does one of these numbers. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
you're coming in
Yeah.
from the west, and the land does this, and this unnatural, strange looking rock outcropping that comes straight up from the water. It's all swamp inland of that, as far as you can see. Um, a few scraggly trees, and the chief points at it, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, Hazard, and he says, "That is our home."
Y'all all fit in that one rock?
Oh, yes. It is hollowed
Uh,
out, and caves are within that we live in. He says, "I'm gonna show you the maps again."
oh, that's right. After he shows me the maps again, because now I remember what the
Remember?
maps
Yeah, they
look
showed you
like.
these maps, and they said this area is important in the center because there's a temple there. And he says, once the priests reach the temple, they can summon the Shoggoths. And that's where we'll end
Oh, damn it.
tonight, right there. As you've got your guns set up, you got cannons, you got all your men ready. Some of the mercenaries came up on deck when you got close. You can think about in between the games how far away you want the ship to
Oh,
be.
God.
Right now
Yeah,
you're
there's a
within
lot of
sight,
stuff to
but it's
consider.
probably like a mile. It's probably a half mile away at this juncture. But you can decide where to put the ship. You can decide if you want them close or if you want to like stand off a ways and move your forces onto land and then either take them to that bridge, um, or what. It's weird looking out rock outcropping. Thus, oh, here I've got some flavor text. Thrusting up from the seabed and bare of any vegetation, other than what appear to be mosses, lichens, seaweed, and the occasional clump. No, no, mosses and yeah, and seaweed. Um, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. And you're, oop, James is gone. And you're approaching, excuse me, in the rain. It is coming down, but you don't see any holes or openings in this place.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of planning's going to happen.
That's fine. You guys can plan all you want in between game sessions, and get at least have you could jot down a few ideas of how you want this to play out. Um, yeah. So that's it. So I think we're gonna stop streaming. Oh, James is gone again. Anybody that's watching? Oh, nobody's watching. But if anybody
It was
watches,
good to
we
stop
appreciate it.
then with my current issues.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. So then we're gonna stop. And so thanks for watching. Anybody who ever watches. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, we are totally